Welcome to She's in the Weeds.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Hollis.
We're best friends exploring the intersection of pop culture and the female experience.
Be sure to follow us on socials and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode.
And if you love us, give us that 5-star review.
Nailed it?
I think it's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Hello. Hi.
We're back on the couch.
We are on the couch. We are filming today, so, we'll see how the angles are. And
Yeah. We filmed on the couch last time, and it was kind of nice.
yeah. Well, yeah, we didn't film.
Or, I recorded on the
yes,
couch. That's
it
what
is.
I meant.
It's nice to relax.
It is.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit up straight.
I know.
Or as straight.
And I feel like you just, like, the conversation flows better when you're, like, not as restricted in your...
For sure. Yeah. Formal setting.
Yes.
Yeah. This is more us.
It
This
is more us.
true to life.
You know what's going to be a problem.
What? The dishwasher?
Okay, we're back. Sorry if you heard the dishwasher there for a minute. It's very loud, so
Yeah. It'll be loud for another second.
it will turn off, I think.
All the appliances in my apartment are very loud. Yeah. Sorry, guys, if you can hear a whirring in the background.
Yeah. It is what it is.
You're just going to have to deal.
Yeah, because that voice isolation on DaVinci is very expensive, so.
Yeah, you have to get the full.
Yeah.
But it works, baby.
I know. I feel like at some point we're probably just going to have to do it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it would be worth it in those times where it's like something's ruined your recording and it could be unruined.
Right. With the click of a button. It's
literally, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll work up there one day.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because the coming year, we're getting serious.
We're hitting the ground running. This is your last willy-nilly, lighthearted, fun
no
episode.
research episode.
Because we have some hard-hitting topics to come out with January.
Yeah, it's getting real.
It's time to get serious.
And because that brings me to a very important point. We have a new fan.
We have a fan?
Yeah. Shout out to David at the Eiffel Gallery.
Okay.
He runs the art market, which is fabulous. If you're in Bloomington, you have to go check out the Fell Art Market. It's inside the Fell Gallery. The whole place is great, but he has done such an incredible job of making a curated art market. And it is, I mean, being in there is so, you walk in and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. And he's great. He's a really talented artist too. But I walked in the other day, he was like, you have a podcast. And someone who worked with us at Yogi's, he couldn't recall who. I've been trying to figure out. A girl we used to work with at Yogi's was in there, and I came up, and she was like, "Oh, she has a podcast," and he's been listening, and he loves it. He said we have great voices.
All right.
I know. I was like, okay. So thanks to David. I hope you're listening. We love you.
You are my biggest fan.
I know. So we're gonna continue to bring our fans the content they deserve.
That's right.
We also made it into two of our friends' Spotify and rap list. So
shout out to Ashley and Chad.
Yeah, you guys
really
are the best.
bolstering us up here. I told them when we finally have our big launch party, they will be VIP. David, you will be VIP.
100%.
And we will throw a nice party.
And it really did. I was like, all right, we really have to commit to this thing. People
love it.
People are listening.
People love it.
We have 3 fans.
We have 3 fans. We have our Okinawa, Japan listener.
Yeah. And honestly, Suki needs to be fed every day. So
that's right.
We got to start bankrolling this bitch.
That's right. So if anyone has any idea how to monetize a podcast, please let us know.
You have yet to get in their DMs or leave a comment, but if you could start with that would be super great.
That'd be great. So that's your update that you were talking about? Okay, yeah. You said you had an exciting fan update. So yeah, that's very cool. It's not often that we get approached in the wild by our fans. So wonderful. We love it.
Also maybe realize that I don't do a very good job of promoting this thing.
No, we don't.
We're really gonna
That's our goal for 2026.
Yeah.
And I know we've been quiet on the clips and the socials. We just haven't the last 3 or 4 recordings. I think we've only filmed once, and just with the holidays and kids, like it's just been busy. And so we will definitely get back on that first of the year, because we are going to take the last 2 weeks of December off, just the holidays and having so much going on. That'll probably be, we took at least a week, if not 2 weeks off last year around this time. So that'll probably be like our scheduled break time every year. But we have our photo shoot coming up in January for our new cover art. And yeah, we're going to be hitting the ground running. So
yeah.
Stay tuned.
Woo, woo.
For the final rollout of the rebrand 6 months later.
Well, you know, these things take time.
They do. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, we've been rebranding at work for 2 years. So.
Right. It's a constant rebrand. It's constant evolution.
Perpetual rebranding. Isn't my apartment festive?
It is so festive. This is definitely the most festive I've seen it. I mean, it's
really the only holiday.
This is really a step up from just disco pumpkins.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say. The tree looks nice. I love the little tiny, she has these little tiny poinsettias, just, you know, aesthetically placed here and there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thanks. I know. I was like, I'm getting in the spirit this year. So I got some stuff. I'm trying to, like, you know, every year add a little bit more extra cheer.
That's what I do. And then every year my husband's like, is that new? More Christmas decorations?
Well, yeah. Talk about your pillows.
You guys, I found the absolute best vintage pillows, decorative Christmas pillows. I was on the hunt for some, and typically that kind of quality find is usually like the antique mall or, you know, someplace a little more curated. I found those at Goodwill.
Yeah, they looked in pristine condition.
They're in pristine condition. They are, I'm not totally sure what kind of material it is. It's definitely fabric, but it's also like very like you can easily like wipe it off.
Oh, like almost like porch fabric kind of?
Sort of. But they're like fake needlepoint. Like the design looks like needlepoint, you know?
Cool.
But they're fabulous, and they're from 1987. They had the little like stamp on them, made in the USA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the type
Very
of
cool.
vintage, because, you know, some vintage stuff like that is hokey, but that's like the perfect, like,
yes.
You know, people try to recreate that and don't quite make it, but that's like.
Yes, they were wonderful. I did post them on my personal social media, and it was my first personal TikTok post. I posted them on my TikTok because I'm gonna start dipping my toes into posting a little more on my personal TikTok, just because I am so into thrifting and I like love my little like thrift finds. So that's primarily what's gonna be on my personal TikTok. So that was my first post. People were
loving it.
Yeah,
that's
somebody
awesome.
Saved it. I don't know why.
Hey, oh, that's so funny. The things about social media, like I didn't even realize you could see when someone saves your post, because I save posts all the time, and like
I didn't either. I feel like you can't. Well, it's probably because nobody saved any of our posts on Instagram. I don't know if you can on Instagram, but yeah, I could see it was like so and so saved your post, and then somebody also reposted it, which I was like, okay.
Nice.
And then somebody did something. It was like added you to something. I don't know. And I was like, oh, like
I bet somebody saved it to show their friend or husband, like, these are the pillows I want.
Probably.
This is what I'm looking for.
The repost definitely surprised me. I don't know why somebody would repost it.
People are weird on the internet.
Yeah, they are. But anyway, so
nice.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
The only thing about my Christmas, which I think I'm going to adopt, I know you do this, I'm going to adopt this custom, is like getting a unique Christmas ornament. Like every time I go somewhere, or like, because the only thing about my tree is that it's a little manufactured. It feels a little bit like, you know, I just bought all these at the store. Right. I mean, it looks nice, don't get me wrong. But, you know, like my Christmas tree growing up at my parents' house was always like, you know,
a little sentimental value behind the ornaments.
Yeah, and they're all individualized.
Yes.
And like they don't have like a theme.
Right.
But it's better
the
that
theme
way.
of your life.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. I get it.
So that's slowly over the years, I'll develop a theme in my life tree instead of just like look, I bought all these ornaments that match together.
Yeah, I have both. I have ornaments that I purchase. And I actually have glass ornaments that I really like that are just, and I purposefully bought them this way. They're just plain. They're just gold, red, and green glass ornaments.
Supplemental.
Yeah, supplemental ornaments. But I actually am not using those right now because I have a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And so I have also just like some plastic ones that are just gold and silver that I have on right now that I don't really like that much, but those will be gone in a few years when I can put the glass ones back on. But yeah, I mean, they're just kind of your run of the mill, whatever aesthetic you like. And then the main showstoppers are the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, not to just like keep advertising for the Fell Market, but I think I'm going to get my first ornament there because he has a bunch of really beautiful hand-blown Christmas ornaments.
Yes, I'm sure they're gorgeous.
So I think I'm going to get one there.
Yeah.
Just start it off.
Very
with
exciting.
a bang. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what else we got update-wise? Oh, I do have kind of a funny story. And honestly, I'm surprised that it took this long. I think I was expecting it much sooner. But my 6-year-old finally scared the crap out of me, like coming out of bed and just like standing. I wasn't asleep. I was in my bed. I was scrolling on my phone, and I did not normally, when she's gotten out of bed before, like I hear her come out of her room.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey, what are you doing? I hear her always before I see her. So she must have just been extra quiet. I'm laying in my bed scrolling on my phone, and I just like happened to turn my head, and she's just standing in the doorway
staring.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I was like, ah! I was like, oh my gosh, she scared me. I go, what are you doing? And she said, the temperature is just too high. It's too hot in my room.
Aww.
Okay. But it reminded me of, I have this very like vivid memory of when my dad and stepmom first got married in the house that we lived in then, which we didn't live in for that long. I have a memory of waking up and being sick or something, and just walking into my dad and stepmom's room and just standing at the side of the bed, just waiting
for one of them to wake up.
And finally my dad woke up, and I did scare the crap out of him. And it's like, why do kids do that? Like, just wake him up. But like, I remember doing it and just standing there waiting.
She gets it from you.
Like, I don't know if it's because you're like embarrassed almost, or you're just like, I don't know.
Or like, what makes you think that they would just wake up?
Right. Like, how long are you going to stand here for? You could be standing here all night.
That's so funny. Yeah, I remember one time my mom told me she was like out past my bedtime, and I was maybe like 9 or 8, and she said she came in to my bedroom to like kiss me goodnight, and then I woke up and went, I'm pregnant. Went back to sleep. She told me in the morning.
Like, what kind of dream are you having?
She was like, do you remember what you said to me last night? I was like, I don't even remember seeing you last night.
Right.
She was like, yeah, you woke up and just said, oh, hi, I'm pregnant. She's like, oh, okay. Good night.
That's funny.
A few years older, she probably would have been real concerned, but.
Right. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Anyways, what else do I have to update? Not a whole lot. The big games today.
Yeah.
We're going out for that.
To catch the vibes.
Yes.
Not watch the game.
Just catching a vibe. Then we're
games
coming
at 8
home
o'clock.
to watch the game.
Games at night. We don't go out at night.
I know. You know what's really sad, though? I don't own a single Indiana t-shirt.
You don't?
No, and I work there.
How hilarious. You also went to college there.
I know. I mean, I used to.
Yeah.
I just
didn't keep anything.
No, and like nothing I really
that you would like now.
Yeah. So.
I know. I have one sweatshirt from when I actually went to school here. And remember when Victoria's Secret pink was so big, the pink line or whatever? They had at Trax. They were, or not Trax, that's the music store, but that place next door, was it like
Greetings?
No, it was called like Berries.
Oh, yeah. It's like the same place now.
Yeah. Anyway, they had all kinds of IU gear, and they sold the Victoria's Secret line there of IU stuff. And
interesting.
I don't really like the sweatshirt that much anymore, but it's one of those things that I feel like might be like you know what I mean? Like vintage and cool maybe when my kids are older, so I've kept it all these years.
Yeah. Well, that's what I need to do. Is
I recently bought this.
I know, I like that one. Yeah. I need to thrift some stuff because I go to those stores and I'm just like, I'm not paying
$75. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that sweatshirt was $75.
Yeah,
that like 15 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And not that like vintage places probably don't mark that stuff up depending on the vintage store, but like
not like
that
new.
Bad. Yeah. Not that. And they're usually cooler.
Yeah. Absolutely. So. Yeah, the 2 sweatshirts that I have now are ones that I've thrifted. Yeah. I'm also not a big hooded sweatshirt girl. I like this one, but every time they were so popular, and they still are, when we were in college that I had a couple, but I've bought maybe 2 hooded sweatshirts in the last like 10 years because I like the sweatshirt, but then I don't wear them. You know what I mean? Because like I don't really like the hood. So
I wear them at home.
Yeah,
I don't wear them out so much. I mean, this one does have a hood, but it's like a shirt. It's not really a sweatshirt. Yeah, I like them both, but I know what you mean. I don't wear I don't wear hooded sweatshirts out that much.
Yeah, no, me neither.
It's more like a cozy, casual home thing.
Yeah. So we talked about on the last episode or the episode before about how I still very much care about Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
It's out. Did you watch any of it? Have you watched any of it yet? Okay, well, yes. And it was good.
The season?
Yeah. So they've broken it into 2 parts. So they released the first 4 episodes the day before Thanksgiving. And then the final, I don't know if the final part is going to be more than 1 episode or if it's going to be like 1 long episode, but the actual finale second part is coming out on Christmas Day.
Ooh.
So I watched those 4 episodes. They were really good.
Nice.
I feel like it went in a direction like that you kind of could see coming, but like not exactly in the way that they did it. So that was really cool.
Oh, that's good.
It was really good.
I was really worried for people that it was going to be like, because you never know how those things are gonna go, if it was going to be disappointing or not.
And I mean, it hasn't ended, so we'll see how it actually ends. But I really enjoyed it. So far, so good. I really enjoyed it. It was immediately number 1 on Netflix the second it premiered. Sure. So just people care. Yeah, we care. The fans care. So yeah, excited to see how it actually ends.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I also watched the Downton Abbey movie and was ugly crying at the end.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I have never been so invested in fictional characters as I am the Crawley family. I want to be in the family. I want them to be real.
I know. Don't you? I've had experiences like that where you get so invested and you're just like, man. That's it's really good.
Yes.
When you're just like you are kind of fantasizing about like a life in that story.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so that was wonderful. And it's the 3rd movie. The storyline was just kind of whatever. It's more like you don't even really care what the storyline is.
Right.
Because the character development and the investment in those characters has been so good and so intense that like it doesn't really even matter. And they did a good job of like closing the chapter. And the last 2 minutes, I mean, oh my God, I was sobbing.
Oh. Do you think it's really over?
Yeah. I mean, of course there could always be another one.
Yeah.
But the last 2 minutes were really a big culmination of like, it was a flashback sequence. Mary has this flashback sequence and yeah. Are you going to watch it? Do you care?
I may watch it, but you can tell me. I'm not like, it won't ruin it for me.
And I mean, the super fans will like know what I'm talking about, but there's this moment in season 2, I think, where she dances with Matthew, and they've gotten this what's it called, a phonogram, I don't know, but anyway, and he's like engaged to this other girl and they share this dance, and then of course Matthew dies, and they end up together and he dies. But then so at the end of the movie, she's in the house by herself and she like turns around and she looks at that spot where like the phonogram was, and it flashes back. I'm gonna fucking cry just talking about it. It flashes back to that scene where they have that dance and you're just like, oh my God. And then it's like a whole flashback scene of kind of like everybody who's passed away, like Sybil and
wow, that's gonna make me cry.
Maggie Smith and like all it, and it's just like, oh my God. And I mean, I was sobbing hysterically.
Oh, that's so sweet. That sounds like the end of 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, wow. Because you never get a good ending usually. Where it's just like, I think people think it's hokey to like go back, but like that's what we all want.
That's what we all want.
We want a retroactive, like, what am I trying to say? Not, I guess it's retroactive. What's the word I'm looking for? Where, like an in memoriam, where it's like, go back and give us a little bit of all the things we've loved over the years.
Exactly.
Like,
hit the high points.
Yeah, like it maybe, I don't know, like expected, but like, that's what we want.
That's what we want. Yeah. So anyway, like, if you're a super fan, you were crying. We were all crying. Like, and it was just like a really nice moment of closure and like closing the chapter on the Crawley family. But it's like, you don't want the chapter to be closed.
Yeah, you're like, now I just have to watch it over again.
I know.
That's when you rewatch.
And you know what? For movies, after you have a series, like, a lot of times they're just not that great. There are some exceptions. I feel like all 3 of the movies have been good.
Yeah, that's great.
And I don't know if that's because they're just good or because you just don't care because of the characters, but yeah.
That's awesome.
So anyway,
speaking of good writing, I forgot to mention this when we were talking about what we were going to talk about, but I watched The Beast and You.
I loved
Beast
it.
Her?
Beast in Me.
Beast
The Beast
in
in Me.
Beast in Me, Beast in Her, Beast in You. The Beast in Me. Yeah, it was great.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Also, like,
it was borderline a little too murdery for me.
I know, because
But you warned me, so it was fine.
Yeah, it was. But they were quick.
Yeah.
It wasn't. They didn't linger. It was just like, it was a little violent, but it was like moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and like, there's something about the way that it was. How do I say this? The story was, okay, well, I just have to avoid that certain situation. Like the it seemed a little too unrealistic. Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
You're
like,
never going to be in that
situation. Yeah. Like, if it was just like a break-in or like a random murder, that would be scarier.
Yes, it was a symptom of what was happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that being said, it was also still totally believable and interesting to watch, even though it was like, I'll never find myself in this scenario. But
Yes. Yeah. I thought it was great too.
Matthew Rhys is so good.
Was he not incredible?
And I
don't think I know anything about him, really.
He's Welsh. If you listen to him speak, you would not believe he could do an American accent like that. And he's like a complete opposite of that character.
Claire Danes was really good too. And also, like, did she just drop off the face of the earth, or has she just been doing stuff I haven't seen? I swear I haven't seen her since Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, she did kind of. Well, she also like went to Harvard, I think, and like went through
regular
education.
life.
Yeah,
and
but she did do a really good show with Jesse Eisenberg. Fuck, what was it called? But it was about their marriage. You should watch that, actually.
Yeah.
We should talk about it because it's like a very interesting angle about like you see this divorce through his perspective.
Okay.
And then at the end you see it through hers.
I love shows like that.
Yeah. What is it called? Let me look it up. It's an intense one.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I mean, the acting was just like out of this world too.
I like Jesse Eisenberg too, so.
Yeah, he's also a Bloomington fan. His wife is from Bloomington.
Oh, I know. Well, I probably can't tell that story on the pod. I think I might have told it, but I didn't say who it was. Because, I've talked to him on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Oh, Fleischman is in trouble.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a show or a movie?
It's a show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a series.
What's it on?
Hulu.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into that because I did, it was kind of one of those things where I didn't even really, it just popped up on Netflix. Like, oh, you might like this. And I was like, okay. And I just started watching the first episode. And I was like, is that Claire Danes? And I was like, I haven't seen her in 25 years.
Yeah.
Like, where's she been?
She's still a very ugly crier.
Yeah.
Everything she's in, she's always like,
the chin quivering. Everybody was like talking about the chin quivering. Yeah. But yeah, great show. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. There's been a lot of just like twisty turny shows lately.
I know.
Which
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I like a thriller.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Should we circle back on Amy Schumer really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So she posted this thing. And it was very much like just all of these like, sorry, this. You want to read them?
Oh,
like,
yeah. So it's in response to what we talked about last time, is like she got called out for deleting all of her photos like after she just recently lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
Which, you know, she obviously declined and said that was a narrative that the media had been creating,
but didn't give a reason as to why she did it. Yeah.
So then
which we talk about ad nauseum in the most recent live recording. Yeah. So if you want to go back and listen to that, I think it's episode 56.
So then just recently on Instagram, she posted kind of a strange screenshot of like her kid's broom and then a bunch of text over it that says bedroom tour by Gene, who is her son. I never ever wear jewelry. I don't get Botox or filler. I didn't lose 30 pounds. I lost 50. Not to look hot, which does feel fun and temporary. I did it to survive. I had a disease that makes your face extremely puffy that can kill you, but the internet caught it, and that disease has been cleared. Sorry for whatever feeling it's giving you that I lost that weight. I've had plastic surgery over the years, and I use Mounjaro. Sorry to anyone that lets down. I'm pain-free. I can play tag with my son. Happy to share more if anyone has any questions about how I'm looking or feeling or where I am in my perimenopause process. Whatever ends up happening with me and Chris has nothing to do with the weight loss or autism. Fingers crossed we make it through. He's the best. Which I don't really know what that is in reference to.
Doesn't he have autism?
Yeah, but it sounds like fingers crossed we make it through. I don't know if that she's bringing up some other thing that they're having that's been talked about.
Yeah, there's been separation rumors.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's partially in response to that, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, we both, I think, had a lot of feelings about talking about it the last time. Because I think we're both stuck in this feeling of like, is it ever okay to talk about a woman's body or, you know, speculate on a woman's body? And at what point is it, and at what point do you have a responsibility as a famous person?
Yeah. And
to like give people a little context when things like that happen, because people do model themselves after you.
Yeah. And we went into depth on that in the last time that we talked about it. And I think we both have very similar feelings after seeing that, where it's like, it's very much giving the like, leave women alone.
Yeah.
Which is something that I've been seeing a lot. It's something people comment a lot. And on so many levels, I agree with it. Like, yeah, we need to stop picking women apart for everything that they're doing. We need to stop commenting constantly on their bodies, whether they're bigger bodies, smaller bodies, all that stuff. But at the same time, I want things to change.
Yeah.
And so many of the things I feel like we do are symptoms and a product of the patriarchy.
Yeah.
So it's like, if we want things to change, we can't just fully leave it alone.
Right.
And so that's where I get stuck in this constant battle of, I agree with that, but also like, at some point, something's got to give.
Right.
And it can't give if we just do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I know. It's a constant struggle, and it feels like a very female struggle. Like, it doesn't feel like men are beholden to this constant worry about, like, am I being the right version of my gender or myself?
Right.
Like, am I doing enough for our gender as a whole as society? Am I doing enough? Am I doing too much?
Right.
Which is where I constantly lie. You know?
Yeah. And it's like, whether or not we say things about it, we're still seeing all of this stuff. We're still consuming all of this content. We're still being influenced by all of this stuff. So if we don't say anything about it, then how do we help to shape the narrative and make things better for ourselves? You know what I mean? And I also feel like with the whole Amy Schumer thing, it's like, okay, she did this. She knew people were going to notice it. And now it's like, I feel like she's having all of this like reaction to it now, and it feels a little defensive, a little bit, which a lot of times when somebody's defensive, it's because there's a little bit of truth behind the accusations. And I know that you brought this up last time, and I felt like that was a good point too, where you said, you know, she had posted some things that weren't necessarily like thirst traps. And I feel like that was part of it for me too. It wasn't like she just posted a picture like out to dinner with friends or out at some event and then deleted everything. It's like she deleted everything, and then the first post was all of these quote unquote thirst trap pictures. And it's like, so what? We do nothing as women. We totally leave women alone. And then what? We still see all this stuff. We're influenced by all this stuff. We continue to value ourselves so much on the way we look. And we're just like out here like posting thirst traps until we're 70 because that's what we feel. You know what I mean? It's like constant, just like thirst trap photos and edited photos and all this stuff. And it's like, there's a reason why we're doing that. You know what I mean? And it's like, how does anything change if we just leave it alone? But at the same time, yes, we are way too obsessed. We are way too, like, we're picking too many things apart. So I don't know. It's really hard to know, like, what is the answer and how do we be part of the solution and not part of the problem?
Right.
I don't know.
And there's so many layers to this one, too, because there's also a case to be made of like, what is the responsibility of celebrity, especially celebrity women?
Right.
You know, because I think at some level she just wants to be like, hey, I get that I'm a celebrity and I have responsibility, but I also am a human being. And like, yeah, I feel great in my new body and I want to post pictures where I look, you know, she probably doesn't think of them as thirst traps. She thinks of them as photos where it's like, hey, I feel good. I have a good self-image now and I want to take good pictures where I look great. Yeah. And like anyone else, you'd be like, yeah, girl, fucking get your life.
There's nothing wrong with thirst traps. It's just, it's so obvious a lot of times that it's like, it's because this is how we're valuing ourselves. And that's where the issue comes in.
And that there is a standard.
Yes.
Like you weren't taking these thirst traps before you looked a certain way.
Right.
You know, and like those pictures weren't taken until you felt like you fit a mold. And maybe it has, you know. A lot of hers is like, oh, I didn't feel good. I had health issues.
Right. You're hitting the nail on the head with
but
that.
It's like there is a standard to which thirst traps are acceptable. You must look a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's a beauty standard that we all subscribe to. We all know what it is. Yeah. It's thin.
Yes.
And it's a small waist, large breasts, and a large ass. Like we all know what the standard is.
Yeah.
And to think that it's not something that is subconsciously fueling us all. So I don't know. She posted that and I immediately was like, oh, fuck. I know. Maybe we should just leave everybody alone.
I know.
Like, you know, and like
exactly. I was the same way.
And I was like, damn it. Are we doing the thing we're not supposed to be doing as women, which is just like being so hard on each other and so critical of one another?
But it's the act of the deletion of everything, too. Yeah. It's not just, if she had just posted those thirst trap photos, I wouldn't have said anything about it.
Yeah.
It's erasing all evidence that she ever looked like anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so, I don't know.
Well, and I feel like the other people that I battle about this with are Ariana Grande and Cynthia Rivino. Yeah. You know, and quite frankly, all of the women of Wicked.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on that set, but
you know, it's all over the internet.
Yes.
They are like concerningly thin.
Yeah.
And you know, you see, but again, I can't tell. It's again a big media narrative where it's like they post pictures of them 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it is hard to be like,
wow. Yeah.
There is a striking difference.
Yes.
But are we all making assumptions about why those things have changed? Yes.
Of course.
But you can't help but think like, man, these women are being put up on pedestals and they are so obviously frail and
yeah. Well, and it's one of those things where I'll see a video of somebody talking about it being like, we need to just stop talking about women's bodies, and I'm like, yes. We do. And then I'll see a video of somebody being like, no, like if this is something that you would see happen with somebody that you know, you would say something to them about it. And if it's a situation where you would say something to your friend, then you can talk about a person being blasted all over the media like this. Like it, you know, so it's like I'll see two conflicting opinions
that
that I agree with both.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. I know.
We all think it has to be one way or the other, which like everything is nuanced. You know,
complexities are complexity.
I know. And that's a tough one too, because then I've heard Ariana Grande in an interview too, just being like, listen, stop talking about the way no one has the right to make assumptions about my body. And I do. I subscribe to that 100%. Like you don't know what's happening.
No, you don't.
Why anyone looks the way they do. And I think that is a problem that we have, not just, I mean, as society as a whole with body image, is that like we think we have the right to, you know, make assumptions about somebody based on the way they look.
Right.
Which is just flat out wrong.
Yeah.
But it's hard not to, because it starts to make you think like, is this the look now that everyone is going to be striving for?
Right. And it's one of those things where it's just like anything else. You know, the right thing lies somewhere in between not commenting on people's bodies at all and pushing back on these standards and challenging the way things are in terms of how women are valued. But it's like, knowing where to toe the line is impossible.
I know.
Because if we just completely stop talking about it altogether and nobody pays any attention to it, then nothing changes, and we don't want that.
Right.
But then if we're talking about it too much, then it's almost like we're perpetuating it.
I saw a post where I feel like somebody kind of put it perfectly, and it was in reference to these two. Two things can coexist. We should not comment on women's bodies. We don't know what they're going through, and that we are genuinely concerned about them and how the lack of addressing it might affect young girls. Yeah. I think we have the right to have a conversation about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. To me, like it all, and I know I've beat a dead horse about this, but like it just all comes down to how we value women at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And we know that thinness is more valuable than fatness, and beauty is more valuable than ugliness.
Yeah.
And that it shouldn't be that way.
Right.
And that women are disproportionately affected by that.
Yeah.
Men are not affected by it in the same way. I'm not saying that they're completely exempt. They're not. But
it's not as severe.
It's not as severe. And, you know, men are championed for other
right, exactly. They have many other avenues to earn self-worth.
Yes.
Where it's like we feel like there's really one
way. There's one major avenue, and that's where the issue comes in for me. And if we continue to constantly strive for these things and never talk about it, I don't know. I just want better for the future generations, and I fear it's not going to be. And I don't know. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if the internet's made it better or worse. Probably worse.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's another one. It's like, well, because people can have these conversations and like, but
and again, time, like you can see real thing, you know.
Yeah, we're exposed to like so much of it.
It's overexposure.
Yeah.
It's oversaturated. We're oversaturated with bodies and faces.
I know. I just like wonder if I'll ever get to a point in my life where I'm like, yes, I know this is the right way to feel about something.
No, probably not. I mean,
and like it must. Yeah, I can't imagine meeting one of these people and just being like, yeah, it must be so hard.
Yeah.
To, you know, constantly feel like I want to be a person that's fallible and that like does these things, but then I also have this responsibility to what, the universe, society, like.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, and we talked about this before. It's not like you don't know that going in to an extent, too. You know, I mean, at least not now. You know, maybe 50 years ago, it was a little different. But now, as a young person going into entertainment, you know.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not sure exactly if I agree that, like, if you pursue being a performer or a celebrity, that just like commits you to being.
I'm not saying that it's fair. I'm saying it just is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if you're going to be an influential person of any kind, it just exists. Whether it's fair or not, I don't, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But it just is.
It's just the reality.
It's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
You're going to be talked about. You're going to be.
Yeah, and also the reality is, too, you can choose.
Right.
You can choose whether you're going to live your life as a person that is looked up to and inspired. But then you're also, I think, going to have to deal with the fact that people are going to have opinions about it.
Yeah.
Just like the same way I feel about comedians, that, like, yeah, comedians should be able to talk about whatever they want. But they should also understand that, like, people are going to react and have opinions.
Yeah.
You know, that's just part of the game.
Right.
So I don't know. Again,
here we are having the exact same conversation that we had on the last episode and still not knowing where we stand or how we can be part of the solution. But we are going to continue to have the conversation on the podcast.
So if you want to keep listening to us talk about the same thing.
Yeah. If you have been thinking about buying a parrot, that might be the time.
No, but next year we're going to be talking about the same thing, but just
in a much more serious tone.
Yes, many more facets. Oh, man. Yeah. Anyways, just a quick circle back on that.
Yeah. Quick circle back. And maybe the best way to support women on our journeys is just to be fat and ugly and be proud of it.
Yeah, and just like get old.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just going to get fat, ugly, and old.
Yeah.
And continue to be proud of ourselves and each other.
Yeah. But I think we are in a distinct phase of thinness.
Yes.
You know, it is drastically different than it was a year or two ago.
I feel the same way. And, you know, we talk about how we've made progress and all of this stuff, you know, from sort of the 90s and early 2000s of that super thin and, you know, we've made progress. However, I also feel like nothing has really changed. We just now disguise thinness and skinniness as wellness.
For sure.
And like now, instead of taking, you know, fen and diet pills that were basically speed, now we have Ozempic, which is medication to help people, whether they have diabetes or PCOS or these different things that it's supposed to treat. But yeah, it's like everything is disguised as health and wellness now, but it's still at its core thinness.
Yeah, we're still striving for the same thing.
Yeah.
And even the self-love.
We're just trying to justify it better, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like, we've always been trying to be healthy. I think that's like what.
Yeah, nobody wants to be unhealthy
or unwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, we went through a whole phase of like self-love and body positivity, which I think was, you know, like a nice blanket on top of this underlying thing that like we always want to be thin baseline.
Yes.
We're going to love ourselves in spite of the fact that we may not be thin.
Right.
But if there is an opportunity for us to be thin, we're taking that opportunity for sure.
Exactly.
Because we all know that thinner people are valued more in our society. We just know that.
And whether or not you, like, I have no health problems. None.
Yeah.
I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have high cholesterol. I have zero health problems, essentially. But that doesn't change the fact that, like,
you're not satisfied. You're not like,
exactly.
My body's doing great. I don't need to change the way it looks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to talk about this more ad nauseum in future episodes, but let's move into, do we have some reality check?
Yeah. We got some shows back.
Yes, the shows are back. Southern Charm is back, which we talked about the first episode, which...
Oh, I love Southern Charm.
Well, it's so funny because we were like, nothing really happened, but I had forgotten. And I had meant to talk about this, but I was literally dying at Molly just getting so drunk.
Oh my gosh.
To her concert thing and then crying about it.
Was like kind of talking to that weirdo guy.
Corey.
Yeah, I was just like, I know, and I love her so much. She is one of the characters that just like, I feel like gets shit on for some reason. It's like,
it's because she's normal.
I know, because she has a personality and she's a little weird.
Yeah.
You know? Which
she's quirky.
Yeah, weird. I just mean has interests outside of just like being hot and getting hammered.
Yeah.
Like has an actual personality, and they're all like, she's so weird and tall.
Yeah. But that was
hilarious.
hilarious.
And then the next episode where she had to like call them and apologize.
I was laughing so hard. And it was hilarious because it was just like, it was obvious that she was having a little flirtation with Corey.
Yeah,
she was like, having a little drink and she was having fun and she didn't want to go. Yeah. And then she immediately was like embarrassed of herself for doing that and was like, I can't, and then cried. And it was just so funny because Corey was just like, okay.
Oh,
and
right.
Like,
because
all
she
right.
was hysterically crying.
Yeah.
She wasn't just like, oh no. She was like full drunk mode.
Yes.
Full drunk girl mode.
Which
crying.
is just like so embarrassing. Yeah. Like
so relatable. I think we've all been there where it's like, I shouldn't go to this party because I know I have to leave and go to this thing. And you're like, you already kind of know subconsciously that you're probably going to
blow it off.
Yeah. But you go anyway. We've been there.
Too funny.
Yeah.
And you didn't watch Winter House, did you?
No.
So, because Corey was on 2 seasons of Winter
Oh,
House.
that's where he came from. Okay.
Yeah, he's Craig's friend, but he was on a couple seasons of Winter House. So.
No, the part that gave me the ick was when they were talking about the nipples.
Oh, yes. Gross.
What's her name? Not Macy.
Sally?
No.
Madison? Yes.
Was like,
you
how
gotta
jealous.
Get the names going.
I know.
Macy?
I love the M's. There's too many names. She was like, how jealous do you think Craig is of those little nipples, those little Hershey kisses? And I was like, ugh, gross. Something about that really grossed me out. No, but the boys on that show, I mean, they are hilarious. And I feel like they provide all the drama, which is so like unusual for those shows.
Yeah, it's the only Bravo show where the men are the stars.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are. And the women are just like the accessories.
Like
to,
the petty
the cast.
ones that are like getting in like fights about.
Oh, they're
dating.
so like jealous of each other.
And
like,
it's so funny.
I know. And I do have to say, though, this last episode, I was getting the ick from the way they were all just like chasing after the new girl.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to be like, can you guys not just like have an interest in someone that's not on the cast? Like, we bring this new girl on the cast and all of these like 40-year-old men are just well, I'll take a whack at her. I can take a whack at her. And it's just like,
it's so
gross.
It's so pathetic.
It's so pathetic.
Hilarious that they had a literary character party and Craig
showed up at Rufio. Not a literary character. Is Hook a book?
No, Hook was not a book.
No, I didn't think so either.
And you could tell it was hilarious because what's her face, the new girl, didn't know who he was.
Oh,
was
yeah.
So
disappointed. Yeah. Well, she's 27. Like, she's never seen Hook.
But you could tell he was just like, oh, this costume's going to kill. Everybody's going to be like, Rufio.
And you know what?
And everybody was just like, well.
Well, and I will give Craig, it is a cool character.
Oh, yeah.
It's very nostalgic for millennials, but it's not a literary character.
No.
And this girl she's 27. She doesn't know who Rufio is.
It would, at a regular Halloween party,
kill.
Would have crushed.
Slay. Yeah, but oh my God.
So funny.
Yeah. Also, Whitney wearing a butter yellow leisure jacket to the beach sent me.
Yeah, that was, of course, a very Whitney choice.
It's just like, it was hilarious.
And I love that they all called him out for it, too.
That was good.
Yeah, I remember Sally now. She just,
her
I
hair
truly didn't recognize her as a brunette. Yeah,
her hair's
totally different.
Yeah.
That whole Benita and their thing, I don't love their whole
little dynamic over Craig.
Yeah, just like, get over it, both of you. Like,
yeah, like, I understand that Vanita doesn't like him and they're fighting, but like, she needs to get over it. It doesn't
I was like,
matter.
we're not 17.
Yeah, like, whatever.
It's the girl thing.
Yeah.
That like you see all the time that really annoys me. It's like, you're not being the right type of friend. You're not being the right type of girl's girl. And it's like, shut up.
There's definitely a time and place for like your girlfriend like ditching you for a guy, or like, there's a time and place to be upset over a situation like that. This was not it.
No.
You know, and when she made that comment of like, you need to think about the fact that you're flirting with a guy that your best friend is mad at. I was like, okay, what? That's so petty.
It's like, also just like, I don't like Craig, so you can't date him.
Yeah.
No, that's not how friendship works either. No. Sorry. Yeah. You're not being a friend. That's not being a good friend either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
I'm not down on that. But
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. What else? Oh, and we got Beverly Hills back.
Oh, yes.
Which
Can we talk about what was up with that intro. Like, what's going on? I don't remember that from...
Much more produced than it has been in the past.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but I was also just like, okay.
I mean, it was fine, but like...
Yeah, it was a little dramatic.
Yeah, and I felt like, okay, for like the first episode, but then when they did it again, when they like showed up to Kyle's house... I was like, are we going to do this every time? Every single time they show up to an event now?
Yeah, I don't need that.
I don't need that.
Hopefully it's just the first episode.
Yeah.
I like Rachel Zoe.
I like Rachel Zoe too. Yeah. So far, I like her.
She's going to be perfect because she's already just like...
Getting in it. Getting her hands dirty.
She's going to give Erica Jane a run for her money. Yeah. I feel like she's kind of the new Erica Jane.
Yeah. We'll see.
Not that there's not room for multiple personalities, but then I forgot too that there's going to be another person.
There is?
Well, I don't know if she's a friend of, but they showed, like the clips, for the rest of the season. It's like the trailer for the whole season. They showed it at the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I think I turned it off before that.
But there's another blonde woman that I think comes in and like stirs shit up.
Interesting.
So I don't know if she's a friend
like a friend. Yeah.
But looks like it gets pretty spicy.
Yeah. Nice. I'm trying to like remember what even happened.
I mean, they were mostly
Erica going up to Rachel Zoe and saying, "Hi, I'm Rachel." That was hilarious.
That was funny. They kind of talked about like what happened with Sutton and Garcelle, or the fact that like none of them she doesn't know, and she fired her long-term assistant.
Yeah, I do wonder like what Garcelle's beef is with Sutton.
I don't know. I mean, she was on Watch What Happens Live not that long ago, and I was like, Andy, press her.
I know.
Didn't even come up.
The only like shady thing was they asked like who would have to leave the show in order for you to consider coming back, and she said Erica, and that's the only shade or tea that's been spilled.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The whole thing is very strange to me.
I know. It seemed very like out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing for her to like quit the show, but it's another thing for her to just like completely sever ties with Sutton and like it's not say anything.
Yeah,
they were so close. It does make it seem like she didn't actually value the friendship, or that it wasn't a real friendship.
Well, remember too, she was like, I feel like they've been having problems because she was like, Sutton doesn't defend me,
right?
And also I think she values and puts Kyle on this pedestal, which I think always drove her crazy.
Yeah.
And then I think she felt very came for in the reunion, and then I think she expected Sutton to like have her back. That's the impression I got.
Yeah.
And she didn't in the way that she wanted. That seems a little unjustified to me, but
yeah, I mean, just seems a little extreme to like
for sure.
Yeah,
but
like
she's always kind of been like that.
Yeah. After seeing that trip to Augusta, where she, I mean, had that conversation with Sutton's mom and was like so, it seemed like it was it seemed like such a genuine friendship,
right?
To end it so abruptly and then not be responsive to Sutton at all,
or give her any,
not give her a chance to make amends for whatever Garcelle felt like she was.
Or even just an explanation as to like, I'm not gonna be your friend anymore.
Exactly.
Here's why.
Yeah.
Like at least, yeah.
So anyway.
Well, I know, who knows? Maybe she did. Maybe Sutton's just like didn't hear it or whatever. But it sounds like they just like didn't have it. Right. Haven't even spoken.
Yeah, because like and then they showed that scene of her leaving the reunion where she's like, she's gone. We're supposed to have supper.
Yeah.
Like,
supper.
So anyway, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anything comes out about that. I kind of feel like it's not going to, but.
So, yeah.
Cool. Moving on.
Oh yeah, the colonial.
Oh my God, the colonial.
This has become a new thing too, which every reality show is picking up as like the truth episode, where it's like,
oh yes,
or the roast episode, where it's like, let's all put out our secrets and talk about just say all the shit we've been saying about each other.
Yeah,
which like never goes.
It's definitely a thing on Salt Lake.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've been watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. They've been doing that too. They always have these parties where they're like, let's spill the tea. Yeah. Let's just get in a big fight. But yeah, I liked the colonial thing. Meredith is wild with the drug test.
Oh my God.
I was like, Meredith, you're supposed to take the drug test, not everybody else.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I mean, that is just getting, I mean, she has really dug her heels in.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's made it so much worse.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she could have just apologized to Brittany and been like, hey, I'm sorry. I was out of line.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really sorry. Can we just move forward? I'm embarrassed. I was out of line. Like, that's all she would have had to say. And like, it would have been, but I don't know.
But none of them can ever admit to being wrong.
No, never.
Especially her and Lisa. They're the worst at it. I mean, the other two, or the rest of the cast is okay at being
I feel
taking accountability, as they love to say.
Yeah. I know. It's just like, we just really haven't seen a lot of instances where it's literally, I mean, Lisa did finally, have Heather's back at like that dinner where she said, you did say that, Meredith, but then she backtracked on it at the colonial thing. But you just don't see very often where it's literally everybody being like, Meredith, that's not what happened.
Right. Yeah.
And she just keeps trying to basically say they're all lying. And they're like,
Meredith's a weird one. She's like,
there's not gonna be any resolution today. I mean, it's just
I know. She's wild. I can't, like, she's one that I feel like her internal monologue or dialogue has to be really strange. Also, I love the Lisa Barlow buying a horse lie.
You think that's a lie?
Fuck yeah. I do not think she owns a horse. She probably rides horses.
I have no idea.
I would imagine. Yeah, I just feel like I believe that because somebody made the point, if she owned a horse, it would be all over. That would be all she fucking takes pictures of or posts about. Like, yeah. I mean, who knows? Obviously, I'm speculating.
Seems like a weird thing to lie about. I don't know. But it does seem like something that there would be some evidence of.
Sure.
I don't know.
Or like you would have mentioned being into horse riding.
But she also like doesn't really talk about her work or like what she does.
Yeah.
She doesn't a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I really have no, other than Vita Tequila, because she always talks about how they have all these businesses.
Yeah, well, I know. That's why I feel like almost everything is a lie. Because nothing is specific enough to be true.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It's so wild because, like, I feel like that's what all these people who have all this money, you know what I mean? And it's like they have so all these businesses, but it's all, it's always so vague. It's like, what do you do?
On a daily basis, though. What do you do?
What businesses?
Yeah,
like, what do you do? So it's very mysterious.
Yeah.
Also, like, I've meant to mention this so many times, like, really since, like, the inception of the franchise, but, like, the horror church music really adds something when it's just like,
oh, I know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's frightening.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The editing on Bravo shows is top notch.
Yeah.
I mean, they really know how to, like, get a message across and strike a feeling and make fun of them, which is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of music, I don't know if we mentioned this on the last time we talked about Orange County, but Shannon being high and hearing the music was like the best thing ever. And then like talking to production about it, being like, no, it was the music, wasn't it? And they're like, Shannon, no. That was hilarious.
That was funny.
Oh, Vanderpump.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we both watched the new Vanderpump, the reboot. I feel like it's giving vintage Vanderpump.
Yeah. I wasn't like super blown away, but I know like
we have to get invested in the people.
Yeah.
And it takes more than one episode to get invested.
And it's like, I definitely have a hard time letting go of the old cast.
Right.
And I can be like that where I'm like, you've really got to prove yourself to me.
Yeah. Right. I know.
And some of them it's too so Gen Z. A few of them I was just like, ugh, God.
And I will
give it a chance. I'm sure they will grow on me.
Yeah. And this is definitely, because we talked about this too, where you're like, I don't know if I was just younger before.
Yeah.
And I think it's a combination of both, because this cast is younger. Like before it was a mix. Like most of the girls were young, but like Kristen, Jax, Tom, they were all in their 30s.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it is a younger cast than the original cast, like collectively, but we're also older.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve there. But yeah, I think I did feel, I was like, this is exactly the drama and the things that were going on. Like,
oh yeah, it's definitely like very quintessential hospitality restaurant.
Oh, absolutely.
Drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. And doesn't seem to be any scarcity of it too.
Oh, yeah.
Like there'll be plenty.
Yeah. And it felt genuine.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel manufactured or
produced.
Because
they found some wild girls. Some of those girls are just like, oh, good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it also just, it brings back all of those memories. I think I texted you and was like, oh God, thank God those days are behind us. Yeah. Of just like going out and like getting drunk and getting in some stupid fight with your boyfriend and fighting till like 4 a.m. in the morning for like no reason.
Yeah. You know what? One thing that did make me kind of sad though was just like, it is kind of the end of an era though, because I feel like them talking about how the restaurant had been struggling and like,
I know,
you know, like it's not like it used to be where like the service really matters, you know, or like before it was just like, this thing's printing money.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't do anything wrong. The servers didn't really have to show up. And now it's like an element to this series, I think, is like,
yeah, you actually have to work.
Yeah. This is a business where like you have to show up and do the job.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, it's kind of sad. Restaurants just aren't what they used to be.
No, and I'm sure like part of rebooting the series with actual employees that work there is to, like, was part of the plan out. To like, get interest again.
Yeah.
Because I know it did become, you know, when the original cast got famous, like people started going there for that reason. So I'm sure it changed the environment of the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then when they all kind of stopped working there, it probably changed it again.
Right.
And now they're trying to evolve with it more. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. But I wasn't blown away, but I was like, this has potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like what you expect in the first episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So overall, I think it's a net positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep watching.
I'm gonna keep watching it. So yeah.
Cool.
Should we get into our weeds topic?
Yeah. We've been talking
4 hours.
Only 72 minutes.
Okay. We can edit stuff out. Yeah.
Okay, so our weeds topic.
Yeah. So we saw, I think I sent Hollis a thing just with like a loose statistic that said 1 in 5 high school students has either been in an AI relationship with like a chatbot or knows somebody who has
an AI romantic relationship.
Yeah. And so it kind of sparked this idea for the topic to just talk about just sort of like the evolution of this and what we think about it. And
the other part of that statistic was 42% of students surveyed said they or someone they know have used AI for companionship.
Right.
So, like, what's the difference between, like,
right,
what, you know, is considered companionship and what's considered a romantic relationship? Given that, like, I mean, obviously you can't have a physical relationship with them. But we did come to find out that there are roundabouts to that.
Yes. Obviously, there's no physical presence, but there are definitely people out there who are engaging in quote unquote sex with their AI chatbot partners.
Yeah.
Which is wild. So we also read an article, I think it was a Huffington Post. Was it Huffington Post? I don't know. Where they surveyed some people who were in quote unquote romantic relationships and just sort of what that consists of and sort of what their families and things think about it. And surprisingly or not surprisingly, that particular article, it was mostly women.
Yeah.
And mostly women of
like 40 to 60
40
range.
to 60, yeah. And I do think in terms of like being able to be satisfied by an AI relationship, I could see that being easier for women.
Yeah.
Because I think women, well, nobody really needs anybody for sex anymore. In terms of like, I don't know.
See, I kind of feel the opposite. I feel like it's almost easier for men because men just want to, stereotypically, I feel like men are easily seduced by especially like AI generated imagery, you know, where it's like you can have an AI that like looks exactly like you idolize a woman to look.
Yeah.
Talks to you the way you want to be talked to. you know, at least that's kind of how I feel. A lot of men are easy to just like, yeah, I want exactly what I think women should be portrayed as, and I can have that in AI. Yeah. Where, you know, like I feel like women are a little bit more particular in what they need and want. But I mean, I guess that's what they can get from an AI.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was
modeled exactly for them.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it, because I feel like, and this again could just be stereotypical. I mean, and this is generalizing a little bit, but I feel like women tend to seek more of that like intimate connection, which I think you can build very easily.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, with a chatbot. And I feel like men tend to put a little more emphasis on the physical part of a relationship.
Yeah.
And I just think, you know, it's like, I'm trying to think how to talk about this without being too vulgar, because we do have family members and stuff that listen to this. But it's like, women can have a very satisfying experience without a man physically.
Yeah.
With assistance of other things.
Yeah.
Whereas I think a lot of men would probably say that like the real thing is better than whatever apparatus or quote unquote toy might exist for them. And yeah, I think a lot of times it's that emotional support, that intimacy and emotional support and communication are what are missing from a relationship, or what is flawed in a relationship with a real person. And those are the things that take work, that you have to constantly work on. And with an AI chatbot, you can shape that chatbot or that companion to be exactly what you need it to be.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is that the more I thought about it, the more it really reminded me of, remember when we watched that documentary, that Tell Them You Love Me?
Which one was that?
And that was the one where the man was nonverbal and he was being assisted by the woman to like communicate by typing.
Oh, yes.
And she's like moving his hand.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it was like, this is you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how
a good one. Yeah.
Yes. And it kind of reminds me of that, in terms of like, you are feeding the chatbot all of this information and it's learning all these things about you. At the end of the day, it's kind of an extension of you.
Yeah.
Like, it's you. You're in a relationship with you. And I feel like that's ultimately like kind of what a lot of people are probably looking for and needing. It's about getting the person that you're with to understand you.
Right.
And a chatbot can do that way better than another person can do that. And so I can really understand women really getting what they need from this. But
well, that's what I mean, where like I can understand the companionship level 100%. And I can understand how having something to talk to all the time that is confirming what you need to hear about yourself, because that's basically what therapy is.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to a therapist, they teach you skills, but they're basically getting you to realize what you already know.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a mirror.
Exactly. And they're just like, because it's hard for us as humans to like self-regulate our emotions and thoughts because we have so many of them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, yeah, I understand seeking companionship in an AI that's like all knowing
mm-hmm.
and can be someone to talk to. It's the romantic thing that starts to get fishy for me and hard to understand.
Right.
Because like you said too, I think women are much more prone to demi relationships too, where it's like, I don't have romantic sexual feelings for someone until I have an emotional connection.
Right.
And so like I feel like
that's what you're building with the
yeah. And I feel like that's what we read in that article, was that a lot of the women were like, I didn't intend for this to happen.
It just happened.
Because you don't because I wasn't teaching. I didn't go into this AI and say like, hey,
I want a romantic partner. Right.
Yeah, I want you to become a partner for me. You just start talking to it.
Exactly.
And it develops and that's what's so crazy about them, is like how good they are at doing that.
Yeah.
In all different types of ways, and how they can tell from what you tell it whether you want a romantic relationship or whether you want companionship.
Right.
The whole thing, once you get really mad about it, is so creepy, because it's
like, not seducing you. You're seducing yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You're seducing yourself through the AI.
You are in control.
Yes.
And it also borders on addiction.
Yeah,
because like,
absolutely.
are you addicted to this constant validation and confirmation? Like,
right.
Yeah, it does. At the end, it's trained to like feed you, get you to come back, because it knows what to say, which is where it gets a little addicty.
Yeah.
Is like, yeah, you can't quit it because like at the end it's always like giving you a little carrot.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's something to be, of course, everybody wants to be understood by their partner. I mean, that's what we're constantly striving by, your real life human partner. But there's also something to be said for being challenged and not always not having every single thing validated.
Right.
You know,
and is that true connection then?
Exactly. No, right. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And it's certainly not human connection with another person.
Right.
Which is, we know for a fact that is what our species thrives on.
Yeah. Connection
with another human being.
Right.
And so, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely, I feel like a slippery slope. I can see how people get caught up in it. I can. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd also be very curious to know, like, because did you watch the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix?
It's been a long time. I haven't watched it since it came out, but yeah.
But it'd be curious to me, too, to be like, do you get in fights with your AI partner?
Right.
Do you guys have conflicts? Is there conflict resolution? Because I feel like that's the thing that brings me the closest to the people I've dated, is like when we have conflicts, which it's going to happen, and then we resolve them in a healthy way,
right?
You feel closer to that person,
right? Because
you've figured out something about them, you understand them on a deeper level, and you know how to like make them each other feel seen and heard,
right? And not just conflicts that you go through together, but conflicts that you have outside of each other that you help each other through.
Sure.
And when you're in an AI relationship, the AI doesn't have conflicts. Right. There's nothing happening to the AI. You're not working through your AI grieving a family member, or you know what I mean? So
like what unique experiences is the AI bringing to the table?
Yeah, exactly. And I do think too, it's also this understanding of at what point is the AI companion only an extension of you, and at what point, or is this even a thing where it does sort of have its own consciousness? Like, I don't know enough about it to like, I feel like that's not really possible. Like at the end of the day, it's created by people, it's being influenced and shaped by people. So it doesn't really. I know that's a big fear of people's.
Well, it's like it's not one singular person. It's not like, hey, I've taken all the data from Trevor over here, right, and I've become essentially Trevor. It's the data from like every single person. So it's like,
and like, is there a possibility that all of that accumulates and can form some kind of conscious from that?
Yeah,
it's like, I don't think we're there yet to really like know if that's possible or if like where it's gonna go. But
and that's the thing I don't understand either, is like the sense of consciousness of like, my brain wants to say who is deciding these things, even though I know it's not a who in the way we think of a person, right? But that's where like I cannot conceptualize it. How it works, because it's like, well, then who is deciding what attributes it's going to acquire?
I know.
What? And that's where I'm just like, no, this is scary, I don't like it.
I know.
That's where it gets beyond where I'm just like, and then also, you know what I keep thinking, what happens when the power goes out? What happens when the grid inevitably fails, which it will, because we're all going to fall in love with
what happens in the apocalypse?
Yeah, because we're all going to fall in love with our chatbots, and then the world's not going to be able to keep up to run all this, because we all know how much energy it takes to sustain all this shit.
Right.
Yeah. And then everybody's just going to be like,
how many poor and marginalized people have to suffer for your chatbot relationship?
100%.
No, I know. And like, two, and I think this is something we all know is going to be a problem. Like, at a certain point, if there's almost zero human to human interaction and connection, that will ultimately be the downfall of our species. I mean,
I know, because that's where I start to think like too, like at what point do we start like creating vestibules for our AI chatbot so it can like go to the store with us?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, like
it'll happen.
Yeah, you're chained to your home or wherever you speak to this thing. So like at some point, I feel like people are going to want to like expand this relationship.
It's in your phone though too.
That's true.
So you can't take it.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know what I mean? That feels like a human thing to be like, eventually we're going to start. Well, that's what robots are, I guess.
Yeah. And like, who knows? Maybe it'll be some kind of like hologram, like on Star Wars, where it's like, here's your hologram chatbot partner. Right. I don't know.
And then at that point, it's like, well, I guess if they're really like giving you everything you want, and you can just, it looks like a person and it talks like a person and it makes you feel good, then like, all right.
And then at what point do we start thriving from that kind of communication and interaction in the same way that we thrive from real human interaction? Like, at what point does it become the same in terms of benefits and things? Because at some point, I suppose it could.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We've all seen WALL-E, though. It's not looking good, guys.
We've all seen iRobot. So,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like, when do you like divorce? Do you ever like?
Yeah, because some of these were married that we were reading. They're married to their AI partners.
And some of the things they were saying, I was just like, really? Like, we had to take our honeymoon.
Yeah, they took their honeymoon.
I was like, what does that mean? Well, there wasn't enough detail. That's for sure. Because they really wanted to be like, I have so many questions about the honeymoon. First of all, we had to take a honeymoon. It's just funny language. Like, we had to. Because that's just what you do with your AI.
Yeah, we got married. We had to take a honeymoon.
And then, like, what does a honeymoon look like with a chatbot?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting frontier for sure.
Yeah.
And it definitely concerns me for young people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing I feel like for the 40 to 60-year-old female category, I kind of say, get it.
Go for it, Janet.
Yeah, you know? I mean, I don't know.
Janet's like, listen, I have been unhappy for 47 years.
Janet's like, I hate my fucking husband, okay?
I finally found some peace.
Oh, man, I know. I know. Just leave women alone with their AI companions, please. Yeah. So, but it does concern me for young people because I do think, I don't know. And I understand, like, I know dating has gotten harder and harder as time has gone on. And I know the younger generations are having a harder time with it. And
even just socializing.
Yeah.
Seems to be really hard. And I get it.
I know.
But
well, and even just that we have a video that we're going to discuss in an episode in the new year after we take our break. But just like a very small snippet is he had said something about, what was it, like a percentage of men ages like 25 to what, like
40
or something
had never approached a woman.
Yeah, or never asked out a woman in person. So, you know, I know that is getting harder and harder, that kind of connecting with people in the real world because of social media and dating apps and this whole like hookup culture and all of it. And so, yeah, I mean, it does concern me for young people who are looking for partnerships and wanting to start families and that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's also just that idea of convenience that we talk about a lot, like how easy it is. And like,
and then like the easy, I mean, this sounds like a very parenty thing to say, but like the easy road isn't always the best.
No, it's not. The path of least resistance is not the most rewarding.
Yeah.
Usually. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where we are with it a decade from now, but
yeah,
it's definitely, it is something that has really become a reality much faster, I think, than I ever expected it to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it has really just... Yeah. It doesn't seem like that long ago where these things felt science fiction-y, and now here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway...
We'll see.
We'll keep you guys posted on the development of AI as we go on with She's in the Weeds. She's in the Weeds, reporting live from AI. Reporting live from the AI headquarters.
All right, should we grape and gripe?
Yeah.
Okay. My gripe goes out to Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, God, I saw this. I think I know what you're going to say.
Okay, well, first of all, I love Paul Dano. He's one of the greatest actors of our time. And he came out with this stupid remark in some interview where he was like, well, I have to pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I saw this, but then I saw something else too, so I'll piggyback on yours.
Yeah, he's problematic.
Aren't they all? Aren't they all?
On a podcast, he's quoted to say, "There Will Be Blood," which is a movie, would stand a good chance at being number 1 or 2 if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it. And the flaw is Paul Dano. He is weak sauce, man. He's just such a weak, uninteresting guy. The weakest effing actor in SAG. I don't care for him.
I mean, it's kind of a hilarious quote.
It's hilarious. It is, which is why it's my gripe, because he's just like so emphatic for seemingly no reason. Hates
him.
Like, he's an objectively good actor. Yeah. Even if, I fucking love Paul Dano. I think he's so good, but it is hilarious. But I also just want to be like, get out of here, man.
Yeah, you just don't like him.
Yeah, Paul Dano's the best.
And did you read the comments?
Yeah.
Everybody being like, he slayed that role.
Yeah,
he was so good. What are you talking about?
Every role.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Well, and I don't know if it's because I saw that, so then I was just like being flooded with Quentin Tarantino stuff. But then, of course, all the Roman Polanski stuff kept popping up about how he defended Roman Polanski and said that that's statutory rape. It's not rape, and it's like, dude,
is that really?
She was 13.
The hill you want to die on, dude?
My God.
Like, yeah, gross. It's
terrible.
Have you seen that clip of him with Fiona Apple from like? It must be like early 2000s, maybe 90s.
Yes, it was definitely the early aughts.
But it's like the caption is just like, you're at a party and like the coked out guy just like won't shut up, and it's her like listen. It's a clip, and he's just like pontificating about himself,
of course,
and like his incredible experience. And Fiona Apple's just like, oh my God. It's like Fiona Apple is the coolest person in every room.
Right.
And Quentin Tarantino always thinks he is.
Right.
And it like, I don't know, maybe is sometimes, but like clearly wasn't then. She's like, shut up, dude.
Yeah. It's too bad.
It's too bad.
It's too bad.
So anyway,
no other way to say it. It's just too bad. It's just very upsetting. So yeah. So my gripe is a little more lighthearted. It is going to stop curling your eyelashes on camera. It's disgusting. I hate watching people curl their eyelashes. Like, I love a makeup tutorial, but like, can you just do that off camera?
It
really grosses me out. It's almost as bad as a tooth hole. I mean,
a tooth hole?
Yeah, when kids lose their teeth and they have the hole.
Oh God! I was like, who's filming their tooth holes?
They're like on the same level to me.
Yeah,
I hate when you can see the inside of the eyelid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we don't need that.
We don't need it.
We don't need that.
We don't need it.
My grape's going out to the
Hoosiers.
I hope they win. I hope at least they just like don't get absolutely demolished.
Is it the only game we lost last season until we got into the playoffs?
I feel like we may have lost one, or maybe were we undefeated? I can't remember now.
I can't remember now either.
But we're undefeated now. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think we lost to them last year. I think it was the first game we lost last year. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Don't quote me on that. Don't come here for sports facts. But yes, my grape is just going to my pillows. I mean, they deserve it. So,
Yeah, they really do.
They deserve it.
All right. My other grape's going out.
Has a sock stuck to her collar.
My other grape is going to the back of my dog. Has a sock stuck to her collar. It's really cute.
It is really cute.
She has no idea. Seemingly doesn't realize. Or
although she is looking at us like, you bitches. What are you talking about?
Help me. All right. Love you guys.
Thanks for suffering through that with us. Bye.